Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here at the Red Brick House. It seems like I'm always at the Red Brick House. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys as well as you ladies. You know, a lot of the things that we end up having to do here at the Red Brick House are very, very unique. You can't just go to the store and buy stuff off the shelf that's going to work. So I'm actually here with some of the antique heart pine wood that we have, actually making some pieces that are to help us out. If you'll remember in the room that we're varnishing now, how the boards are basically, there's a big gap between them. We're basically going to take these and end up basically putting on the ends of them to fill the space, and that way it'll match the floor. Eventually we're going to build bookcases and stuff to go over top of it, so it's not a big issue. Now in the kitchen, between the kitchen and the hardwood floors, we got really close to getting those things dead on level as a transition, but there is a little bit of a gap that's on there. And so I want to make something, a transition to take care of it. We do get a little bit of cold air that's going through there. So I'm making a threshold that's a T-molding one here. So I've actually taken a piece of this antique heart pine right here, solid piece. This one's nice. There were no nails and stuff on there. I think it was a door jamb. And I also need to make another one for the threshold to replace the one that was there going from the bedroom to the bedroom. But you can see what I've done is I basically taken my table saw and I've cut out that little slot that'll actually go between the tile and the hardwood flooring. And I cut with a bevel cut on here, but I'm going to sand it so it's nice little round lip. So it'll be very, very thin as far as going over there. Of course, my beautiful bride, she's over here painting the trim that's going to go up in the room when we come back once we do the varnish. We've got one coat of varnish on there already. It looks fantastic. But let me show you what I'm talking about here with the T-molding in the kitchen here. There's always so much to do. Today is going to be one of the last really good days weather-wise where it's nice and warm. So you can see right here the space, so that's going to drop in. I'll just have to clean this up just a little bit, but it'll go in there and give us a nice transition. Take a look at the floor here. The other spot, you can see here, this board, it looks like it's been shot, but we're going to make a transition as well for here to go over top of that into here for that floor. But you can see how nice the floor goes. The wood that she's painting right now is going to be the trim to go on the bottom of that. So we're definitely coming along with this space. We actually have a bed. We're going to put a full-size bed in here. And after a lot of thought, because the problem with this room is it's kind of skinny and it's long. And you've got the door, you've got the window, you've got the cabinet, you got another door. So it doesn't make it very advantageous to do stuff. We thought about having the bed, and of course we have the offset here from the shower. So all these things you got to make do with how you do it. If we put the bed here at the window, you're going to get the most space left over here. But then you're kind of close to the door right there with the bed. So what we have decided on, we're going to put a full-size bed in here, and the full-size bed will go against that wall. Now it ends up being that this is about a 3-foot walkway here, but it's going to have to do. You do have the doors to go both ways, but the way I look at it is you're not going to usually go this way through here where this is just like a heavy traffic area. More times than not, this door would be closed and you'd be entering the bedroom over here to go there. Now I think we're going to put the sewing machine in here, as well as a nice little setting piece. The bed will go right there with the headboard on the brick, and maybe we mount a TV here on the wall. So that's the plan for that room as we stand right now. So that's what we got so far cooking this morning. I've got a lot of little things, like I've got to finish putting in this little backsplash, cut that down and put it in place. Continue on. Oh, it's under wraps right now. But we ended up finding a sofa that fits in the corner over here. So this will give us actually more seating space, because again, this is another one of those problems that we have, because you've got 3 doors, a window, and a fireplace in here. There's not a lot of space for furniture. So having this sectional in here, my wife loves being in the corner right there. It gives you basically 3 people can sit there, and you can put another 2 people on that side as well. And then with the coffee table here, you can actually have people sitting here and eating. This one The one we had before will go into the other room once we're done with the floors. And so that way we got a couch in there and we've got an extra bed. So that ends up giving us more sleeping capacity here at the house. All right, let me get back to sanding this piece out and being done. And bam, just like that, here is, look at that. This is our threshold to go between the bedrooms. And look at that wood. Look at the grain on that. That is spectacular. And again, this goes back to the problem of when you're dealing with an old house like this, you're not going to find anything that's going to match color-wise, and each piece is kind of unique that I've had to build for thresholds and things. But that, it's a piece of the wood. Unbelievable how pretty that is. Wouldn't you agree, baby?
Is it? Oh, that's beautiful.
That's to go between the two bedrooms.
That's pretty.
There we go. It is Tracy approved. Okay, so here we have it. We cut and cleaned that out just a little bit. So we put that in and bam, that's our transition to go right here. Put a couple nails on it and we'll varnish it and we'll be good to go. That will be definitely a much better transition than what we had. So definitely feel good about this. And you know, it's these little pieces and things like this that make all the difference in the world. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but damn. Y'all remember how bad that was looking at the logs and stuff in there? Look at that floor. Oh my goodness. That is a thing of beauty. 2 coats of varnish. Tomorrow morning I'll go through and I'm gonna sand it with the 320 and then put the final coat of varnish on it. It looks fantastic. And we got our extra vent over there. I can definitely tell you that there feels like there's a lot more air, a lot more warm air in this space. This room actually feels kind of hot now. With all of the extra insulation that I put in, I think we got the spots where we were losing a lot of air. It's actually coming around this corner where you've got a big heat load here with the door. With this vent and things, it feels definitely a lot warmer. And we were also, we've been giving the plates back, also putting extra insulation to places we missed in there. So all of those things will add up. Of course, it's still about 40-some degrees outside, so it's not real cold yet. But here's what's amazing is, it's 71 here in the kitchen, although I was doing a little bit of cooking, not a lot. But in the living room here with the thermostat, we're at 68. So it's actually reversed from where it was. So that's good news. Well, here we are. I have got 2 coats of varnish on the floors right now, and I have gone through and I sanded this with a 320 with my random orbital sander to get any high spots or any bubbles and things on here before I put the 3rd coat on. And I will say that now it only got down in the 40s last night, but what I'm noticing from all of the extra insulation that we put in up underneath it here, that it feels so much warmer in the back half of the house, along with the extra vent we put in there. That I think is going to do the trick. I don't know that we're going to need to put any other registers in, but we can see. We'll find out next week. It's going to be really, really cold. The good thing is I'll get this on this morning. We'll get back on Monday. I'll be able to, I'm going to get the boards and plane them down for the base. That'll make things a lot easier to go ahead and just put a piece on top and not pull that off. And do the same thing with these. That way we won't have to touch the plaster and stuff, but we'll get a nice look going around consistently. I'm going to check my bank account. If I have enough money, I may go ahead and get some plywood and start cutting out some of the pieces that I need for actually building the built-in. If I can build the base here, would be really, really nice. We're going to run the outlet, so there's an outlet at the top, and we're going to eventually do bookcases all the way to the ceiling over here. This side, I think we're going to put the other desk in here, so we're not going to be worried about that at this time. But we're going to end up putting in the smaller couch over there is going to go in here. So this will be a day room? I don't know. Is that the right term, baby? A day room? Okay. I don't know. I'm making shit up. But this will be kind of like my wife was saying, that we'll have the desk over here. One thing about this house that we've learned is the sound carries throughout. So if you have the TV on down here, you hear it upstairs and so on. So with that living room being wide open and the stairway there, if you're watching TV in the front room, if I'm recording upstairs, you kind of hear it. So my wife is thinking that this would be a great office. You got the desk that's right there. You can close the door. You'll have the couch and things that you can be in here with. And if you want to go take a nap, you can sleep on the sofa or pull it out, or this will end up being the guest room right here. So we actually have a full-size bed that was actually delivered to the wrong house yesterday. Hopefully we can get it from the other people. That'll go in here. So this will be a bedroom, and you can see the old sewing machine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this varnish on, and I'm going to get up the road so that way we can get to the workshop and do some working.